talking to?
This is Bart Fine.
Okay, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from USA, from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, welcome to my transmission. And what's your question today?
Well, my question is, well, I first of all, I just wanted to say I got bad news for you. Jane Fonda's coming to town.
Okay.
But
So what?
I have good news. Ted Kennedy's driving her to the airport.
Okay. I like your sense of humor.
I was on the War Room over. Man, I had him going good, and I had him fact-checking to see if Jane Fonda was coming to town, and I said, oh, no, I'll just put you on. And he's like, thank God. But the question I had was, are you familiar with the time, what I call her Hanoi Jane? She went to visit a North Vietnamese prison camp where many Americans were being held. They cleaned these guys up, brought them out, and she went to shake their hands. When the GIs, he put a piece of paper in her hand with the social security numbers of all the men being held and their location. Well, she took this piece of paper and handed it over to the North Vietnamese commander. All these men were beaten to death except the man that lived to tell the story. I didn't really have any questions. I just asked you if you were familiar with that story.
Well, my wife is familiar with that story because her father used to be a prisoner of war in Vietnam. So I definitely appreciate your phone call and bringing up this topic today, though. It's very important to understand how sometimes those leaders who should protect us are involved in shady deals behind the scenes, even in times of war. Thank you.
Hey, y'all, just want to add, this is how we discredit the globalists, by telling the truth. Jane Fonda, example number 1.